Hello and welcome to another stream, folks. We are going to be playing some modern Naya lands today. It's not so Naya though. We're going to be having this little guy just slip through the cracks and ended up on my deck list. We're going to be playing some Teferi Time Ravelers. This card is just kind of nuts right now. It stops all of the Cascade decks. It slows down all of the counter spell decks. The card is just kind of absurd. Very, very good against the Murktide decks as well. So kind of does it all a little bit. So we're gonna be trying him out. I tried it alongside Omnath on stream last week or the week before, and I wasn't too impressed by Omnath, but I was still very impressed by this bad boy. So we're gonna be running hit back. I made, of course, some adaptations to the mana base in order to be able to cast some blue cards. So we have Ketria Triumph, Rogin Triumph, and Breeding Pool finding their way into the deck list. I was still thinking about potentially adding a Hallowed Fountain somewhere, but it seemed a little bit too awkward, particularly without Ren and 6 mana requirements, and we don't really have that many white cards to begin with anyway, so we only have a single untapped blue source in case we have to fetch, but we're oftentimes not doing too much on turn 1 anyway, so I think that it's going to be fine. Like in my experience, it just has worked out okay, because we just spend turn 1 to fetch for one of our triumphs and we go from there. Everything else is, just the same Naya land score. So we have Valakut, we have Saga, we have Dryad and Titania as your end game. Also Chalice of the Void. So my experience has been that all of the Cascade matchups are just very, very good. Be it Rhinos or be it Living End. Prismatic Ending as our flexible removal spell, and then a couple of zeros and ones in order to go fetch with Ursa Saga. In the sideboard, I'm including a couple of mystical disputes, which we can play because, we're playing blue now. It's going to be interesting how we're going to be fetching, though, in those blue matchups, because, having dispute in order to protect the Teferi that you're trying to resolve or something like that, the mana requirements may not be too easy. I'm particularly scared against Murktide, because Murktide also has access to Blood Moon, so that's pretty scary, but we're going to see how everything works out. I also decided to add a couple of Alpine Moons. In the past, I played Ghost Quarters in the sideboard. I'm just kind of trying this out. I don't know whether this is going to be good. Like, obviously, Tron is a bad matchup, and Alpine Moon also just shines against all of the decks where Ursa Saga is a key part of the game plan, so I'm going to be going with that. The rest is, again, like the classic core of Naya Lands cards. We're going to be running this through a league, so if you're enjoying the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you for round number 1. Alright, here we go with a horrible hand, so let's ship that. Another horrible hand, so let's ship that. A solid hand, so let's keep that. Keep that. Send that. Opponent didn't reveal anything. I'm gonna be so sad that I did this, but... Playing against Brain MTG. Not familiar with that name. Okay. So we're gonna lead on Valakut instead of leading on Triumph, because if I find any land, then I can start cycling Triumph if I need to. Fetch land would be the best draw. No fetch land, but... Opponent goes turn 1 Plains, turn 1 Swamp, turn 2 Swamp. Okay. Now I'm just sad, That's a way to make me less sad. Boom. Did you see SCG Live playing Amulet earlier? No, I didn't. Deck's terrible though, so I don't know why you would want to play it. It made me sad. Yeah, it's just bad. It's okay though. Like I've honestly just moved on. Like I'm not upset that it's bad or anything. It's just it's what it is, I think this is worth trying to resolve here. I think my opponent's on Reanimator. If they have another ending, that sucks, but this stops their enablers. Maybe I should have gotten Soul Guide, but I think I want to protect this Soul Guide. Maybe opponent just has it all. They don't have it all. Sweet. Okay, so maybe it's just like some sort of Esper control. Love to find some lands here. Multi 5 is just not coming together here, huh? I think I'm gonna go find a fetch. Which is honestly kind of awful, the fact that I'm gonna go find a fetch land here. But I need to go find a white source so that I can get rid of that Teferi. Which is pretty frustrating. I tried out Ren and 7 and it was clunky. It's just, but I just don't understand why you would want to try it in the first place. Like, I think that if you have played Amulet before, all you have to do is you have to read the card, right? Like, you just read the card and you realize that it does literally nothing that you care about. And you just disregard it completely because it's trash. So I imagine that they're just, they're just fishing for some clickbait, Which is fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm certainly guilty of that myself, of course. Hopefully this Chalice is just doing some serious work right now. Solitude for nothing. Okay. They have another Tef, okay. I think this is the turn that we try to take this out of the counterspell out of their hand. They don't have counterspell? Can we find a land, please? Okay, so that's cool. So now we do that. Play that. Attempt to kill that. They have another one. They have Ephemerate. It's kind of fucked up. What are they playing? What the hell are they playing? And we do have a construct coming up, so maybe that does something. Please don't have anything. Oh, putting on Esper random shit. That sounds very accurate, actually. Alright. I gain life. They're at 36, man. They are at 36 right now. Just gonna get Sudan Orb here. And cast Titania. There's no way we're just gonna win this game, right? There's just no way we're gonna win this game. Blue, white, green. Are we gonna win this? Oh, we're gonna win this, man. Okay, let's not get too excited just yet. Let's not get too excited just yet. Let's not get too excited. That's 4. Seems good enough. The thing is, like, you know, the game is just not over, right? So I can't just go all in. I'll block you. It's no bueno. Would love to see a Ren, if I'm being honest. Would love to see a Ren in 6. Just want to start spitting out tokens now. So they are playing Reanimator. So they are playing Reanimator. Okay. Okay. So we are probably dead now. Or maybe not. So we have to draw another Teferi off the top. That's how we win this game. If we top deck another Teferi, we have a shot. We gotta draw exactly another Teferi. Teferi. Dryad is actually kind of interesting. So we can't attack. We're going to take 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Going to gain 6. If I find... So I think I have to play Dryad here. It plays into... What's his name, unfortunately? It plays into both ending and... what am I trying to say here? It plays into both ending and what's his name? Ephemerate, but I think we have to do this now. Okay, Archon is probably gonna be too much. Archon is probably gonna be too much. But if I draw Titania, like that's a good thing. Fetch. Man. I'm so close. I'm like 1 point short. That was a mul to 5. We were dangerously close to winning that game. I'm actually kind of surprised that we were so close. So Celestial Charm. Endurance. I'm gonna cut a couple of chalices. Do we want disputes? Probably. I mean, I guess we're not really countering any blue cards, right? No, we're playing a good deck today, Tuti. We're playing a good deck for a change. Fine hand. Opponent moves to 4. Well, my opponent kept 7 last game, and we went to 5. And the game was super, super close. So with them moving to 4, I'm gonna feel a little bit ahead here. I think I go for, unless I draw something good here, I go for turn to Saga. Well, this doesn't do anything. I'm gonna hold that on 2, so. But playing the Saga ahead of time allows me to find, hopefully, the other card. Spreading Seas, my Saga is fucked up, man, I tell you. Spreading Seas on the Saga is just fucked up. You just don't do that, you know? That's just not cool. That is not cool at all. Maybe I should have Chalice on 1 there. My opponent could be playing Thoughtseizes. I don't know. I think it's fine to play that there. Could have held 1 more turn, but like we have the Charm in hand. Dryad's pretty sick. Prismatic Ending the Dryad. Gonna get to Titania though next turn. Opponent doesn't have counter spell. Titania gets back Saga. Puts me in a fine spot. They do have Thoughtseize. Oh, Mending. Yeah, I think I want to put pressure. think I want to put pressure here. Bring back Saga. And I think I'm gonna play Chalice on one. So they lose their Teferi if they want to like Thoughtseize me. Them missing land drops is a big deal. Them missing land drops is definitely a big deal. Bounce my Saga. You got it. It's kind of annoying, but I can deal with that. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One mana short of playing the Tef. So if they can get rid of the Chalice, they can draw Step Thoughtseize me, which seems just fine. I do feel ahead right here. Not by insane amounts or anything. But I do feel fairly ahead. They're gonna Grief Ephemerate. Okay. That was the argument for playing Teferi, but like if I had played Teferi... Got into Teferi Hero. Gonna hold on to this, I think. And we're just going to pass the turn. Obviously, I don't want to trade. Oh, I named Hero of Dominaria instead of Time Raveler. Whoops. Is there a modern land deck that doesn't use Valakut? We actually played one last week, which was pretty cool actually. I think we went 3-2 or 4-1, I can't remember. This was it. It was fun. It was fun for sure. It wasn't like super good or anything, but it was a good time. We had a good time. Renin 7 was actually good in that deck. Renin 7 was actually good in that deck. There's an argument for not making a construct there and playing around Kaya's Guile. I don't know how I feel about that, but I mean, it's something that we can do. I think we're just getting Surinor. I guess I can get Soul Guide. Prevent my opponent from cheesing me out. Yeah, just getting Soul Guide's better. I think my opponent's deck is just not very good. They're just trying to get too cute with a deck that doesn't need to be cute. It needs to be good, you know? Just like the whole ephemerate grief is like, why are we doing that, you know? Live for a week and you play tournaments for free. I come back and it's all run and 7-stab. What's up with that? I don't know, Stavs. Maybe you can figure out. Thank you for always aligning my stream with your food schedule. You're welcome. You're welcome, Vampire Diaries. It's my pleasure. Let's get a breeding pool here. Play that. Do I just want to send everything? We trade here, opponent's got nothing going on. Nah, there's no reason for me to. Like, they're already dying to this, right? This is already lethal. Maybe they have a sweeper? Teferi's fine. Yep. Still got lethal. And they, unless they have Solitude Ephemerate, we're good here. Also, they're going super ham on the Ephemerate thing, so maybe Chalice is better than I think it is. They're just not playing counter spells, right? Like, that's what's going on. So I should actually Chalice on one. Community is locked on how good Ren and 6 is, so the name of the new card being Ren makes them think broken. I don't know, I'm noob. No, it's not a matter of it. I mean, it's very good in standard, right? It's just, you just have to look at the card and once you look at it and you read it, then you can try to build around it. But people are just like jamming it in Amulet, and it's just awful in Amulet. It does exactly the opposite of what you want it to do, right? You want the lands to be in your deck in Amulet. You don't want the lands to be in your hand. And Ren puts them in your hand or in your graveyard in the worst case. So it just doesn't work. It actively hurts Amulet in a way. Yeah, this is fine. Maybe I could cut one Explorer for the last Chalice. Well done on that problem last week. I slowly catching up on YouTube. Oh, nice. Yeah, it was a good time. Opponent moves to 6. I'm gonna keep this hand. We can gain free life every turn thanks to Suranor plus Ren. Even if we miss our line drop. You love to see it. Playing around Thoughtseize here. Also, I can Chalice on 2 if I want to here. Which I may, actually. So Chalice on 1 on turn 2 is what I mean. I started watching it out of FNM, and every time I play non-elementals, I end up sad, so more elementals content feeds my soul. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of elementals this past week. I played in the showcase too, I don't know if you watched that. It wasn't the worst. I ended up, what was it? 5-4, I think. Ended up 62nd. They killed my Ren instead of my Chalice. Or instead of my Soul Guide Lantern. That just works out beautifully for me, of course, but... Okay, so now I'm just gonna prioritize putting this Saga into play, I think. Which means I'm not gonna get to draw a card off the Ren, but that's fine, I already have enough stuff in hand. And I'm gonna play out the Sudan Orb to protect it from, like, if I guess it can be a Thoughtseize, but my opponent could ephemerate me here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Kaya's Guile? Hardcast. Solitude. Just make 3 5/3s here. Get back the Triome, and I think we're just gonna pass the turn. Is there a deck list you can find? Always. There's always a deck list. Good old Chalice. Play Saga. I'm definitely sending with everything. Also, I forgot to gain 2 life. That doesn't really matter, but it's more of a technicality than anything else. But, you know, it's still free value that I left on the table for no reason. Why not sack the Wooded as well? Because it was in my graveyard. I can't sacrifice a land from my graveyard. You got me. They have to take the Teferi, right? They take the Shadow Spear instead? Interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're out of cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is a forced chump. I guess a forced trade. Oh, Teferi's Needle. You're right. Also missed the point of damage, I guess. They play Mulldrifter, they draw. Okay, so I guess I can't crack this Soul Guide. Because of that specifically. They fucked it up though. I think they had to evoke the Mulldrifter because they're only out. Their literal only out is to... Like, Archon doesn't do it, right? So their only out is to draw... No, I guess it not... Yeah, they have no outs. They have no outs. They're locked out. Alright, sweet. Naya Prison does it again. See you next round. Alright, we're on the play. This hand is obviously the nuts, but if we miss a land drop, we lose the game, so I'm just gonna ship it. This one is better. Sounds a lot better. I think I'm sending the Stomping round. Play that on Seiko. I think we're gonna get Jeskai Triumph here. And I think it's weird, but I want to... I'm gonna go with Ursa Saga. Because what I think this is burn, and if this is burn, then I want to get to Suranor as quickly as possible. Suranor is how we win this game, this match, really. How did Savage Summon feel yesterday? Completely irrelevant. Didn't cast it a single time. What's a Dryad? I guess Dryad is better than Token, actually. Dryad is better than Token. So this Dryad has to chomp now? It's pretty gross. Land? So now we really have to find a Dryad or a Titania. Explorer would also be nice. We just have to find a way to stay ahead on lands. They found Searing Blaze. F. Yep. They go at Ren. Well, this is actually very good for me. Alright, Titania off the top one time. Titania? Chalice. Chalice for 1. Ha ha ha! We got him! Courser. That's it. Have I tried the new Courser like card yet? It's an X3 stabs. It's just strictly worse Courser Crufix in the modern format. Monté un deck de energía de ángeles y rampeo para bajarlos pronto. ¿Qué crees que no puede faltar? No sé. No sé qué carta. No sé. New cursor-like card. Yeah, it's called Augur of Autumn. We can't keep this hand on 7. Guess we keep this one. Okay. Okay. It's a lot of damage. Another Saga. Now the question, we're definitely killing this. The question now is, do we expose this Suranor before I get to Chalice on 2? I think I don't. My opponent could have land into... They could have land into triple 1-drop, and that would kill me. But I think that it's very, very important for me to play this Chalice on X equals 2, and then drop the Suran Orb. It's a Gobbo. Prismatic Ending. They had wear tear, dude. Can you believe they had wear tear? Hanging by a thread here. Hanging by a thread. Yes! Sword Orb, man! Let's go! See you next round. Round number 3. Still nobody reveals a companion. What are people doing? Have they not gotten the memo that companions are busted? Yeah, let's ship this. This is a lot better. And I think I am dropping the forest here. Haven't been here in a while. Has anything been added to this deck from the new set? No. I tried a couple of cards at them, and they were bad. Like Renin 7 was one of them, and then I tried the white removal spell that everybody's hyping up that I always said was terrible, but it turns out it actually is terrible. So there's that. Has anyone seen the new Teferi Raveler reprints? No, I don't know what you're talking about. Fetchland? I'm kind of freaked out. Like, my opponent went turn 1 mountain. It has to be burned, right? It could be like some sort of prison deck. So in my last stream, Fran, I'll be turning 30 soon, and I don't think I'll make it that far. I'm sorry to hear that, Stephs. It's rough out there. Is this just like the weirdest Murktide draw? Maybe it is the weirdest Murktide draw. The investigate one? Yeah, the one that gives your opponent a clue. When you post a link? Yeah, as long as it's not something, you know, gross or anything like that, it's fine. What are you doing, opponent? Said nothing gross. How gross is it really though? Is it even gross enough? Okay. What you doing? Opponent? Oh, they're just playing Rhinos. I'm an idiot. That's what they're doing. They just drew a basic mountain somehow. That's what they're doing. Do they even play basic mountain? I guess. Prisma recommend. Maybe they're not playing Rhinos. No, this just has to be Rhinos. Yep, it is Rhinos. They just had a super awkward draw. that a fetch land? There's no way. Really? Do my eyes deceive me? Am I really looking at a fetch land? We're playing D here. I feel like as long as we don't lose, we're going to die, which is one of my favorite phrases to say in Magic. As long as we don't lose, we're gonna die. We're gonna win. No, that's not what I meant to say. As long as we don't lose, we're gonna win. That's what I meant to say. They can have like a shock or like multitude of ways of getting rid of this, but Fury. Ooh, Fury would be fucked up actually. Hardcast Fury kills my Ren and it also kills my Construct, which is quite strong. This season's pretty strong. How does it feel so far? It's been good. So I think I'm just gonna Teferi minus here. Teferi minus Rhino forces my opponent to attack. They attack. Yeah, that's probably the line. Hopefully get to find a Chalice. I'm probably spending this turn to cycle this Soul Guide too. Chalice? The unluckiest. What is the opposite of a luck sack? And it's not a ball. No. Joke. Joke now. I got nothing. I get nothing. I just get nothing apparently. Tough room. Tough crowd. Okay. Can we find a Valakut? Finding a Valakut would be hilarious. Let's just find a Valakut off the top. Just a Valakut off the top, clean. It's definitely not Fransuma that's gonna kill him. Yo, Steps, chill, okay? Oh, there we go. Okay, so we didn't get there, but that's fine. We're gonna make a bunch of power. So this is gonna be like a nice little chomp. How did I beat Titiana about Titania? Tatiana, that's funny. Titania Blasorv. They just have to Prismari command it, but I don't know how many of those are playing. Does this count as Splinter Twin? Yes, yes it does. It certainly does. That's kind of cute. So I guess I take 8 instead of 6. So here, main phase, float mana, sack, gain 2. Expedition map, crack map, Valakut, play Dryad, Valakut there, Valakut there, pass as a turn. We probably had lethal, maybe. It just doesn't matter. Like, we can't lose, right? But I don't know, like my opponent can just brace and borrower me. Like there's no need for me to go all in on anything. That's kind of the thing. There's just no downside for me to play it safe. I can't lose the game. So there's just no need for us to play into something stupid. I don't know. Maybe this is like the Rhinos player that is playing one main copy of Engineered Explosives, hoping that they never, you know, go into it. I don't know. Like there's just no reason for me to do anything. Like we can't really lose. So it's just so much better for me to just play it safe. Do I want forces? And if so, how many? The Teferis are kind of awkward because I really need... I don't have a basic island that I can go fetch. Opponent runs 3 moon post-board. Yeah, I know that it's worth it. It's just awkward. Obviously, it's great. I love how we won that game without ever resolving any of our haymakers. We just won that game by just, you know, doing our thing. We just won that game by just like slowly accruing a little bit of value here, a little bit of value there, and just got there. So I have 4 answers to Blood Moon. I guess technically it's 6. I think this is gonna be fine. Thank you for the follow, Scryhard. Am I actually considering keeping this? I mean, it's good against Blood Moon for what's worth. It's good if we draw Ren. How come we don't Cyber Force? Because I don't think it's necessarily better than the other options that we have, Adam. Dude, it's kind of insane. It's like my window is closed and everything, and it just doesn't matter. I mean, this card is obviously great. They did show me main deck Prismari Command, though. Well, I think we have to ship it. Yeah, I guess this is better. We really have to draw something good though. Fetch line is our best draw step. We got 10 of those. 10 out of 54. It's not like insane chances. Is that the baby's room? How many bits do I have to pay for you to paint Ursa's side? Baby's room. Yeah, it's probably not gonna work out, huh? Fetch? Please don't bloodman me, please don't bloodman me, please don't bloodman me, please don't bloodman me. Force of Vigor. That's pretty fucked. I guess I should have explosives first and then shocked, because I shocked for no reason now. Don't force me again, bro. Don't force me again. I can only get forced so many times, okay? They can even just hardcast the force here. Don't Fury me either. They got Fury. Yeah, okay. It's too late. This is probably fine. Just gotta draw better. That's not drawing better. That's not drawing better. Is this drawing better? A little bit? My opponent's drawing better. My opponent's doing a good job at drawing better. Pitch in a basic forest. Renin 6 off the top. Renin 6. Renin 6 right here. Suspend footfalls. It's not the worst, actually. Okay. I'll definitely take this. Opponent down to 3 cards. No lands. I think I'm playing that out, but I'm not playing the Saga. Where are my lands, man? Where are my lands? How many lands is too many lands? Should we play more lands? We should definitely be playing more lands, huh? Should be playing more lands, 100%. Am I getting mooned here? No moon, but I am getting forced. Yeah. Should have played this first. I'm an idiot. I'm so stupid. Fuck. I can't play this for colorless now because my Saga's done. I am such an idiot. Well... yeah, I was obviously supposed to explosives first. I thought I can just cast the explosives with my Saga, but then I'm like, oh, that's right, my Saga is not there anymore. Well, oh come on, dude. Oh. I'm playing 29 lands, man. How many am I supposed to play in order to find land drop number 4? Brazen Borwer kills me here. Well, that's actually great for me. That is crazy good for me. We can't play a Ren yet. And we're dead to like Brazen Borwer or whatever. Just gonna draw on top land. Just gonna draw on top land. We can do this. Maybe they'll force this. I don't think I can afford to shock there. Smells like a Prismari command. Another one of those. So that tells me that they have... That tells me that they have another one of these in hand. I think they just have like a Shardless or another Outburst. So I'm gonna be dead. Is there anything I can find off the top? Not really. Because I'm out of explosives now. Yep. So this is their last copy of Footfalls. That's so devastating, man. That is so freaking devastating. We missed our land drop for 9 turns. I kept a 3-lander. And we got blown out by the force, and then we couldn't find a land for actual forever. Chump here. Sack here. Can go up to 7. Both of them at Ren. Okay. They have the force. Okay. So now we're dead. That was such a devastating game, dude. That was such a devastating game. Opponents slugged through double chalice, double engineered explosives, and I just never ever found a land. I just never ever found a land. If I had found an eye like 3 turns ago, I think we actually have the chance of winning because we had Dryad plus Valakut going, but just didn't get there. Pretty brutal. See you next round. Yeah. Is this like the first good hand that we had all league and we're somehow 2-1 right now? Is this the very, very first actually actively good hand that we see? It may be. We've had some real stinkers today. Oh, it's against Hammer. That kind of sucks a little bit. This hand's not like insane against Hammer. We got some tools though. We got some tools. We got some tools. Esper Sentinel is kind of fucked up. Alright, so we're gonna get Triumph here. And do we want a Saga? I'm definitely blowing up their Saga. That's the play. So I'm going to explore here. Now the question is, do I explore off of Ursa's Saga or do I explore off a Windswept Heath? Or a Breeding Pool? I think it's gonna be off a Breeding Pool. So that I can rent next turn. Can't pay there. Gonna upkeep. This card is so messed up. Sigarda Sade. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to Chalice now. Stoneforge does get around the Chalice, however. Actually, it's better to rend minus and kill the Sigarda, ending the Sigarda Sade, right? That's the line. That line seems a lot better. So my opponent can kill my Renin 6 here, which is kind of annoying. What's up, Grego? How you doing? Alright, so I'm dead. Good to know that nothing I did ever mattered. It's always great when nothing you did ever mattered, because your opponent just has it all. Okay, this is good. This is good. These are good. These are good. I should cut a basic forest. Fetch lands are better with Ren. It's honestly my fault because I said that that was a good hand, right? I just deserved it. So we had no blue cards in my deck. Maybe I should have cut the breeding pool instead of the Flutter Strand, I think. This fucking card, man. Why leave one fetch? Because it's good with Renin 6. We are a Renin 6 deck. Renin 6 off the top, speaking of. Renin 6 right here. Boom. Not Renin 6. I'm gonna play the fetch. If they go 8 plus hammer, we get to charm it. Desde que un cyborg para este deck ya escribí uno. Es viejo, pero está. Remember when I said it was probably a good idea to do this? I mean, my opponent still gets to draw a card, which is... It's crazy how innocuously insane this card is. Yeah, we're doing that. Actually... I guess we play Alpine Moon first, instead of, you know, being idiots. Ursa Saga. Valakut is probably your best draw. I am so upset right now, man. So we lose to a land. We lose to a land because my opponent just had everything. That's... I guess I should have named Igmoth Nexus with this card. Skill. Skill! Alright. Okay, here we go. 2-0 into 2-2. Feels bad. Feels bad, man. This hand seems okay, though. I feel like I just have not had any just, you know, good hands. I feel like I have not really had any truly good hands. Just gonna go get Breeding Pool here. It's correct, Nominators. As I was, my better start with call. No, in the blind, I'm supposed to name Saga there, 100%. In the previous match, 100% correct to name Saga. So my opponent did not reveal Lurrus, which is kind of weird. Hashtag sequencing. We actually do have to get rid of this guy, which is a little bit unfortunate. And I'm gonna play around Discard Spell by playing out this Sudan Orb. Also, we get to gain 2 life for free. Got him! That's why we have to kill the guy, by the way. So the issue with that guy is that that's fine. It stops our Suran Orb shenanigans because lands don't get destroyed anymore. They just get exiled. So we make a token, gain 2 life, go find Soul Guide Lantern, exile Croxa, play Saga, play Expedition Map, say go. Got me. Sure. They have no cards. You had perfect information, opponent, by the way. I forgot to gain 2 life. It doesn't matter. This game is over. I don't think my opponent has any card that they can realistically be playing that would bring them back into the game. That's a start, but that is not even close to enough. So opponent just playing Mardu nonsense. I don't like chalices. I do like endurances. Maybe I like engineered explosives. Celestia Charm is interesting. Like it kills Croxa, but that's about it. I think explosives is going to be better. There's no way that Season Pyromancer is worth it over Lurrus. Like, there's just no way. Because of Dothy, I'm just going to play this out first. Because I'm gonna need to have a... I need to have a land in my graveyard. And if the Dothy resolves, then... then the lands get exiled. Extirpate Prismatic ending. Sure. I guess you got me good. Okay. It's kind of fine. Extirpate your prismatic ending. But why though? Just why? One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. So expedition map wins the game. I'm gonna cast what? Explore? Really? Wow. I mean, some things happen, you know? I'm still kind of confused about the whole situation, but some things did happen. Another prismatic ending. Sure. Another Voidwalker. Jesus. All right. We have to make sure that he can't bring it back. I think I want another 3/4. So Suran Orb wins, an answer to the Dothi wins. Oh, that's a very good draw for them. That's a very, very good draw for them. Yeah, Bolt. Yeah, sure. You got me. Funny, well, we were actually going to win the race if they hadn't found the Bolt. I think this is fine. Should have extirpated their prismatic endings, apparently. That's the winning line right there. Extirpate your prismatic ending in my mono Dothi Voidwalker deck. That's the funniest part, right? Like the fact that they're playing like a million Voidwalkers. They're playing a million Voidwalkers, so it's even funnier that they would play Extirpate in their deck. And that they would bring it in against me. Really setting up that Wasteland Strangler. Yep, maybe that's the tech. Would love to get some value from these sagas. After some thorough deliberation, my opponent decides to keep their hand. That's nice. That's quite a nice top deck, actually. It's quite a nice top deck. Cleans up my mana. They never don't have the Voidwalker, and I never don't have the Teferi. It's pretty funny. Uh, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we just gotta make mana here. Gonna map for Valakut. We're gonna play Valakut. We're gonna plus here. Yep. The good thing is that all my opponent's extra baits are just... I'm gonna kill the Voidwalker, but I wanted to make sure that I got full value here because of, I don't know, like Fatal Push or whatever. I think that we can't lose anymore now. Sure. I'll be damned. I'll be damned. Rip apart. They don't have double white for them. But even if they dam, I just make a Saga token on end step, I fetch. Yeah, this is fine. There's the second white. Do we have a dam? That's not a dam. Nice basic planes. Oh man, my opponent's getting beat by all of the Tough life. What are we doing for 3 mana? Call against command. Sounds good. They're literally dead on board, right? Lightning bolt? Maybe they have bolt. What's up, Bob Mowley? That's a lot of tags. Well, this is just lethal by itself, so just attack. Yeah. I'm kind of surprised about what my opponent, the way that they chose to build the deck. It seems like, I don't know, just having access to Lurrus is just so much better than all the stuff that they were doing. But you know, people may build their decks however they please. I mean, look at what I'm doing over here, right? How you doing, Torborg? So I guess this is fine. We can try to go for another one. Just try another league. Yeah, sure. Let's try another league. Alright, hopefully you enjoyed this video. We'll be playing another league, so check that out in the YouTube channel, and I'll see you there. Don't forget to like and subscribe.